Welcome. I'm glad you're here, taking the first step toward understanding your home's electrical system. If you're here, you've got an electrical problem at home. Maybe flickering lights, a dead circuit, or outlets that just won't work. These issues can be frustrating and sometimes even a little scary. Before you do anything, remember, electricity is dangerous. It's invisible, powerful, and can cause serious harm if not respected. This isn't a DIY project for guesswork or shortcuts. Safety always comes first. This guide will help you understand the basics, troubleshoot simple issues safely, and know when to call a licensed professional. We'll show you how to use basic tools and recognize when a problem is beyond your skill level. We'll walk through step-by-step diagnostics so you can approach problems with confidence, not confusion or fear. My goal isn't to make you an electrician overnight, but to give you the knowledge to spot issues, ask the right questions, and communicate clearly with professionals. Understanding your home's electrical system helps you protect your family, your investment, and your peace of mind. We'll cover essential tools, safety protocols, and warning signs that a job is too big to handle alone. You'll learn what every homeowner should know before starting any electrical work. Even a small wiring mistake can have catastrophic consequences: fire, injury, or worse. That's why we take every precaution seriously. That's why safety is our top priority every step of the way. You'll learn how to shut off power and verify it's off before touching anything, so you can work with confidence and caution. This isn't about cutting corners, it's about building competence, confidence, and a healthy respect for electricity. By the end, you'll know what you're looking at in your consumer unit, understand your circuit breaker panel, and have a plan for troubleshooting. Remember, your brain is your best tool. Careful planning and smart decisions are your first line of defense. Think before you act, and always prioritize safety. Let's get started on making your home safer together. The consumer unit, sometimes called the fuse box or breaker panel, is truly the heart of your home's electrical system. It's the central hub that manages and distributes electricity throughout your entire house, keeping everything running smoothly and safely. All the electrical power from the street enters your home through this unit before it reaches your lights, sockets, and appliances. It acts as a gateway, controlling and monitoring the flow of electricity to every room. If you're not familiar with what's inside, it's best not to touch anything electrical. The components inside can be dangerous if handled incorrectly, so always approach with caution. When you open the cover, you'll see a row of switches lined up neatly. Each one has a specific job to do in protecting your home. The largest switch is the main isolator switch. Think of it as your master kill switch. It can instantly cut off all power to your home in an emergency or during maintenance. Next to it are the miniature circuit breakers, or MCBs. Each MCB is responsible for protecting a specific circuit, such as the kitchen sockets, living room outlets, or upstairs lights. This way, if there's a problem in one area, the rest of your home stays powered. MCBs are designed to trip and shut off power if there's too much current flowing through a circuit. This helps prevent overheating, electrical fires, and damage to your wiring. Residual current devices, also known as RCDs or RCCBs, are true lifesavers. They constantly monitor for current leaks, like when electricity tries to take an unintended path, and will instantly shut off power to prevent electric shock, or worse. Often, you'll find a single RCD protecting several MCBs at once, providing an extra layer of safety for multiple circuits in your home. Behind the front cover, you'll find bus bars and the neutral bar. These are the backbone of the unit, where all the neutral wires connect. Ensuring tight, secure connections here is absolutely critical for safe operation. Some modern consumer units also include surge protection devices, or SPDs. These shield your valuable electronics and appliances from sudden power surges, which can be caused by lightning or faults in the grid. Understanding these key parts is fundamental. Each component works together as a team to deliver electricity safely and efficiently throughout your home, protecting both people and property. Before you attempt any troubleshooting, make sure you know exactly what each switch and device does. Take time to read the labels and familiarize yourself with the layout. If you're ever unsure or feel unsafe, stop immediately and call a professional electrician. Remember, safety always comes first. When dealing with electricity, your life could depend on it. Most electrical problems aren't catastrophic. They're caused by loose connections. Loose wires create resistance, which generates heat, a major fire risk. The neutral bar is a common trouble spot. If a neutral wire is loose, you'll see flickering lights or dimming when appliances run. MCB terminals can also loosen, causing isolated issues like dead sockets in one room. Always suspect connections first. Other faults include failed MCBs, overly sensitive RCDs, or damaged wires from nails or screws. But before tearing into walls, check the consumer unit connections. A few minutes with a screwdriver, after isolating power, can solve many mysteries. Start simple, check and tighten connections. If problems persist, look for faulty components or damaged wiring. Always rule out the basics before moving on. Let's walk through a typical call. The lights in 2 bedrooms and the hallway are out, but everything else works. This points to a single circuit issue, not a whole house problem. Ask, did a breaker trip? Can it be reset? If it trips again, leave it off. What was happening before the outage? Using a vacuum, plugging in a new lamp. Overloads or faulty appliances can trip breakers. Any recent work? Hanging shelves, drilling? Sometimes a nail hits a hidden cable. By the time you arrive, you should have theories: a dead short, a faulty fitting, or a loose connection. Your questions narrow down the possibilities. Start at the consumer unit, then check suspect areas. Methodical questioning saves time and points you to the likely fault. Always isolate power before investigating further. The right tools are essential, and using the wrong ones is dangerous. Your top tool is a quality digital multimeter for measuring voltage, continuity, and resistance. Invest in VDE-rated insulated screwdrivers and pliers. These protect you from accidental contact with live parts. A non-contact voltage tester is a quick way to check if a wire is live. Electrical tape is for temporarily insulating disconnected wires, not making connections. A headlamp is invaluable for working in dark spaces, keeping your hands free. Safety glasses are smart. Protect your eyes from debris or rare electrical arcs. Don't skimp on quality. Your safety depends on it. Keep your kit organized and ready. The right tools make troubleshooting safer and more efficient. Never improvise with uninsulated or worn-out tools. If you're missing something essential, stop and get it. Safety first, always. To fix a problem, you need to understand circuits. Electricity flows in a loop from the consumer unit, through the live wire to an appliance, then back via the neutral. If the loop is broken, nothing works. Homes have multiple circuits, each with its own breaker, to manage loads and improve safety. High-power appliances get dedicated circuits to prevent overloads. This separation makes troubleshooting easier. If only the upstairs lights are out, focus on that circuit. The consumer unit is your map. Each MCB should be labeled. If labels are missing, identify and label them yourself. Keeping lighting and socket circuits separate means a faulty toaster won't leave you in the dark. This design contains faults and maximizes safety. Understand the layout before you start any work. It's the foundation of safe troubleshooting. Time to find the fault. When something goes wrong with your home's electrics, a multimeter is your best friend for tracking down the issue quickly and safely. You've isolated the problem circuit and switched off the MCB. This is a crucial first step to ensure your safety before you begin any testing. First, prove the circuit is dead. Use your non-contact tester on the MCB terminals. Never assume a circuit is safe just because the breaker is off. Set your multimeter to AC voltage and check the main isolator. You should see 230 to 240 V. This confirms the supply is present and your meter is working. Test the tripped MCB's outgoing terminal against the neutral bar. It should read 0 volts. If you see any voltage here, double-check your isolation. With power off, switch to continuity mode. This setting lets you check for shorts or breaks in the wiring. Disconnect the circuit's live and neutral wires at the consumer unit. This prevents false readings from other connected circuits. Touch the probes to the ends. If the meter beeps, there's a short circuit. The beep is your signal that current can flow where it shouldn't. If not, the problem may be a faulty MCB or a break elsewhere. Sometimes the issue is hidden deeper in the wiring or the breaker itself. To find a short, disconnect fittings one by one and retest until the fault disappears. This helps you narrow down the exact location of the problem. This process of elimination isolates the problem area. Take your time and work methodically for the best results. Always reconnect wires securely after testing. Loose connections can cause future faults or even be dangerous. If you're unsure, stop and call a professional. Electrical work can be hazardous, so don't take unnecessary risks. Methodical testing leads you to the source. Don't rush. Careful troubleshooting saves time and prevents mistakes. Document your findings as you go. Keeping good records helps if you need to revisit the problem or call for help. Safety and accuracy are everything. Always respect electricity and use your multimeter with care for reliable results. Safety is non-negotiable. Always isolate power at the main switch before opening a consumer unit or unscrewing a socket. Use a lockout or tagout. Tape the switch and label it. Danger, do not switch on. Prove the circuit is dead. Test your voltage tester on a live source. Test the circuit, then retest on the live source. This 3-step process eliminates doubt. Never trust a switch alone. Always verify. Be prepared for emergencies. Keep a dry powder or CO2 fire extinguisher nearby. Never use water on electrical fires. In a flood, stay away from electrical equipment and call the utility company. Your life is more important than property. Think ahead. Know what to do if something goes wrong. Safety isn't just a step, it's the whole mindset. If you're ever unsure, stop and get help. Protect yourself and those around you. Let's wrap up with key points. Consumer units should be accessible and dry, not hidden or cramped. Circuits should be logically distributed for safety and convenience. Communication matters. Agree on price and document your work with photos. A professional approach builds trust and prevents disputes. Troubleshooting steps. Listen, inspect the consumer unit, isolate power, test methodically, and confirm everything works before restoring power. Use the right tools, especially insulated screwdrivers and a reliable multimeter. Always isolate, lock out, and test before touching anything. Check connections first. Loose wires are the most common fault. Know your limits. This guide is for basic diagnosis. If the job involves replacing breakers or running new wires, call a licensed electrician. Your safety is the top priority. Make it right every time. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.